Hey guys, Hazy here. Just gonna do a little display of the new M&P 1522 LR pistol. I know some people have done some unpackaging videos, but I wanted to show some people some attachments and whatnot that you could do to it. Maybe a little excessive for just an M&P 1522 pistol, but you know what? That's what's great about interchangeable parts. They can go on any gun. First off, here's the weapon itself. Pretty lightweight. Doesn't have any recoil, obviously. 22, very little recoil, I should say. First thing that I did was replace the standard grip that came with the MP15. As you can see, it only has one finger groove. It's hard polymer. It's kind of thin. Doesn't really have very, it's textured, but if you got big hands, it can be a little slim. What I did is I took a Hogue rubber molded grip, stuck it on there. Obviously, as you can see, it has the 3 finger grooves, a little bit thicker, not much, but it's got the, if you can see, let me move this out of the way, it's got that rounded center. Fits your palm a little bit better than the straight edge there. So, changed out the grip, put an Primary Arms M4 red dot on there, which works fairly well. I'm not going to do a review on it. It's good enough for this. It does the job. It's going to have, red tint with that goes along with I won't say cheaper, but less expensive red dots. It's got the, right here, you've got the dial and your windage elevation. One thing I will say about Primary Arms, be very careful when you're trying to center this. As I found out, the instructions told me one was windage, one was elevation, and they had the rotation in the wrong direction. When I was at the gun range, I could not zero this thing for the life of me. I brought it home, put a rifle bore laser sight in it, and realized that I had to rotate in the inverse direction to get this thing to go where I want it to go. So be very careful. The instructions aren't always as it seems. Other than that, Primary Arms red dot, pretty good. I liked it for the price. Third, just for something to put on the bottom there, flashlight laser light combo with the quick on and off strap to the grip there. Obviously, this is one thing you can't see the laser during the day. For anybody that's wondering, oh, I'll throw a laser on there and I'll be able to see during the day, highly unlikely. It's really only used if you need it at night or in dark, whatever, if you're running through an alley, which I hope you're not. But those are some of the modifications you can make to the M&P pistol. One thing I would like to note, I have had ejector issues with this. I would follow the ammunition guidance pretty strictly. Some ammunition just does not behave well in this pistol. So in the manual it gives you a list of ammunition. Remington, I heard, stay away from that. I haven't even bothered trying to put Remington in it because of it, because I've had so many, or I wouldn't say so many, but I've had enough failures with other ammunition that wasn't listed on there that I'm just going to stick to what's recommended. Federal 22 LR, not a problem. I will also note that when you're loading these magazines, make sure your ammunition, if you can see close enough, is staggered to the left and to the right of each other. Load these clips carefully, don't just throw it in there. Because one of the problems with misfires is if you don't stagger this ammunition, you'll have issues and it'll jam up. And I've done that a couple times when I've loaded these magazines too quickly. And I've looked at the magazine and seen a few of them in there were in line with each other. I didn't really think anything of it at the time, until I try to fire the entire clip and had jams. And jam is pretty easy, obviously. I've already checked this to make sure it was safe, but whenever you just got to pull back on the latch, check in there, make sure there's nothing chambered. You don't really get any stovepipes or anything like that, but they're pretty easy to clear. You just pull back. You usually just get stuck right between the ejector and the port there. Sometimes you got to take it and shake it out. So I've noticed that one of the simple solutions is take your time loading your ammo and make sure the ammo is staggered. It seems to take care of any ejector problems. So that is pretty much my review. Oh, forgot about I did put a single point sling on here. Got it at Walmart. It was only $10. It's nothing fancy, but I do like it. I use forward tension when I'm at the range with this gun. Kind of acts almost like a shoulder stock. Helps me keep the gun straight, or straighter, if you will. So that is something you may want to invest in. I keep it. This is it. This is at its longest length, but I do keep the sling very short, so it's close into the body. Anyway, that finishes my review. Hope those pointers, if you own one of these pistols, may help out. I will also say that when you have the M4 on there, it does give you 1/3 co-witness with your iron sights. So if your red dot ever fails, you always have your regular iron sights to fall back on. Anyway, enjoy and safe shooting.